School, I never truly got the knack of. I could never focus on things I didn't want to learn. I play fictitious characters, often solving fictitious problems. I believe mankind has looked at climate change in the same way, as if it were a fiction. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully people will watch my movies. I couldn't deal with playing a character who rides motorcycles, and has a leather jacket, and is a tough kid, you know. I just really love doing what I do. I know every career is fleeting, and there will be time periods when I don't get the opportunities that I'm getting right now, so I'm taking advantage of them. The good thing about acting is that it always keeps you on your toes. It's not like any other job, where you can go in and do the same thing as yesterday. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing all the hype that's written about you. Who knows? In a couple of years, you might find me in the loony bin. I really hate relaxing. I've done 3 movies in a row, worked for 2 years straight, and to me, idle time is the devil's workshop. I like to focus on something. If a studio is going to offer me the opportunity to invite my mother and grandmother and all my friends to visit me free of charge in Thailand, I'm going to take that opportunity. I've always been a slow starter. My first date was with a girl called Ceci. We had a beautiful relationship over the phone all summer, and then when we met, I couldn't look her in the eye. Brothers don't necessarily have to say anything to each other. They can sit in a room and be together and just be completely comfortable with each other. Everywhere I go, somebody is staring at me. I don't know if people are staring because they recognize me or because they think I'm a weirdo. Can remember getting rejected systematically by casting directors as a young kid. I felt like the biggest outsider there ever was, that I'd never belong in that club. With Romeo and Juliet, you're talking about 2 people who meet one night and get married the same night. I believe in love at first sight, but it hasn't happened to me yet. When I was 13, I was on the cover of Pop and Tiger Beat. Every 2 months, I would see a new kid's face, and I remember saying, this is not something that lasts very long. I got attention by being funny at school, pretending to be retarded, and jumping around with a deformed hand. To believe in love, to be ready to give up anything for it, to be willing to risk your life for it, is the ultimate tragedy. Raising awareness on the most pressing environmental issues of our time is more important than ever. I'm not the kind of person who tries to be cool or trendy. I'm definitely an individual. There is a lot of speculation about what women are attracted to, and there are a lot of misconceptions. As a young boy, I was obsessed with endangered species and the extinct species that men killed off. Biology was the subject in school that I was incredibly passionate about. I've always been spontaneous and outgoing. I've tried lots of things, so I've got some good life experiences, which is great 'cause it means I've got lots of material to work with as an actor. The best thing about acting is that I get to lose myself in another character and actually get paid for it. It's a great outlet. I'm not really sure who I am. It seems I change every day. The first kiss I had was the most disgusting thing in my life. The girl injected about a pound of saliva into my mouth, and when I walked away I had to spit it all out. School, I never truly got the knack of. I could never focus on things I didn't want to learn. Math is just the worst. To this day, I can't concentrate on it. People always say, you should have tried harder. But actually, I cheated a lot, because I could not sit and do homework. My mom, Irmelin, taught me the value of life. Her own life was saved by my grandmother during World War II. Women have been the most persecuted people throughout all of recorded history, more than any race or religion. To be honest, I'm not really prepared to do a musical, simply because I think I have a pretty atrocious voice. I have a production company, I have a foundation. I have a lot of responsibilities. Not family, just a lot of responsibilities. I was always the kid in school who tried to get attention, not necessarily the class clown, but I do little unexpected performances. Don't think for a moment that I'm really like any of the characters I've played. I'm not. That's why it's called acting. I like to be able to play a character and act out a lot of things, which I can't or don't do in my normal everyday life. I was a bit of a loudmouth, and I was in an environment where the elements aligned to have kids smack the hell out of me once in a while. I'm not of the vein of actors, and I will not pretend to be one that takes my character home with me. I don't. Television is better than it's ever been in history. A lot of stories are being pushed because of how complicated they are to make toward Netflix and other channels on cable.